everybody. This is Jane Mark. I'm the president of Jam Marketing Inc. And today we're going to hold a webinar and do a webinar called How to Tell Your Fears and Your Money Worries to Take a Hike. Phil came up with that. You can see it right on the screen. Tell fear to take a hike. And we have another one of these that says tell fear and money worries to take a hike. So that's what we're going to go over today. And Phil is in the chat room, and I want you to take full advantage of his being there. As I'm talking, ask any questions you want to Phil. It doesn't even have to be on what we're doing today. It can be any questions on marketing or anything that's on your mind. Phil is great. He will answer all your questions. So he's there. And first of all, I just want to say this before we dig into the meat of the webinar. Both Phil and I know how tough the last few months have been for so many people, and we hope all of you and your families are well and are making the best of a very sad and difficult time all over the world. When we saw what was going on, we wanted to combine some of our skills, which are both in the field of psychology, with some tips of how to get through this time. And a lot of people don't like to say they're afraid or they are in panic or they're very worried or they're anxious. So we decided to give people something to hang on to, some very simple things you can do when you start to feel overwhelmed and like this is not something that you can cope with. One of the reasons we wrote, as most of you know, that we develop advertising sites. So this ebook that we wrote and free report called Panic Attacks and How to Survive Them was a lot of people we were talking to seemed to be falling apart. So we thought we would give them two things for the price of one. First of all, it's free to join this, but more importantly, that it's if you having panic attacks and you're feeling very anxious about things, and maybe you've lost your job or somebody you know has passed away from this virus, and you still have to cope with being alive and the world. And most of us, or many of us, need to find a way to make a living and to earn some money. So what we did with this book is to combine the ability to try to make people, give somebody a way to calm down and face the world again with strength, and also to put some money in your pocket. And when I say some money, I'm not talking about little small amounts. We're going to show you how today to take 94 bucks. That's the investment to do what the things I'm going to show you today, and to turn it into a lot of money. And here's what we're going to show you, and then you can see how much real money is involved. You can take 94 bucks with this little book, Panic Attacks, and turn it into $2,027. I've been saying 23, but I sat down and ran the real numbers. I was off by $4 because I've been saying 2023. No, you can turn 94 bucks into $2,027 with one sale of this book, Panic Attacks. Okay, so I've said enough to the beginning. Let's get started. What we're going to do first is, first of all, let me tell you that we're going to announce a bonus for all of you who've been on the webinar and who are here at the end. It's a nice bonus, so I hope you'll stay. And I want to thank you for being here during a Memorial Day weekend. I know it's a holiday. So anyway, stay till the end and you'll hear about a nice bonus that will give you for being here. We're first going to start with a couple of questions just to get you thinking about what we're doing today. So what I want you to do, I'm going to read the question and then put your answers up in the chat box where Phil can see them, and he'll read them out to me, and we'll see where we go from there. I just want to get you thinking about this stuff. Here's the question. What is the bread and butter of any online business? What is the bread and butter of any online business? I can tell you that toast is not the answer. So you'll have to come up with something other than toast. But there is a really what we call being in an online business, or any business for that matter, what is the bread and butter of any online business? Who knows? Wait, I can't hear you, but leads, customers, income, a list. All absolutely correct. But there's still something else I'm looking for. What else? I saw another one pop. What? Website traffic? Is that what you said? What? Product. Okay. That's half the answer. Oh, James Mitchell, you hit it right on the nose. A quality product. And anyone want to try to think what the end of that is? Because once you have a quality product, how do you sell it? I can't hear you because I got these microphones on. Yeah, how do you get people to buy it? Of course, that's the substance of this webinar. But I just want to see if you can go one step further than this. Maybe this will help. James, thank you. A quality product is absolutely dead on important. So let's go to question 2, because the answer partially to question 1 is in the answer to question 2. What do we call the combination? Oh, no. Okay, I got to read you the right answer for question 1. Otherwise, question 2 doesn't make sense. Okay, what you need as the bread and butter of any business is a quality product with a low entry price to get people in the door, right? Many of you go into Macy's or Home Depot or anywhere you go shopping, there's usually a loss leader. They're selling something very inexpensive because they want you to come in the door, followed by other quality products at higher prices. That's where the real dough is made. It's in getting people in the door, and you can, many times you'll see that you can join a site free. That's a loss leader, right? I mean, when you think about it, nobody can run a site online free all the time. Otherwise, they're not running a business. I don't know what they're running, but they're not running a business. But asking people to join free is a loss leader. You won't make any money on that particular action, but you will begin to build a list, which is, of course, extremely important online. So, okay, so if you need a low entry price and then you need higher prices, what do we call that? This is question 2. What do we call the combination of low and high prices? Anyone know what the more technical term for what we've been talking about is? Phil's laughing. He must have gotten a good answer. What? Upgrade. That's a good answer. Yes. Upgrade is a good answer. Back end, that's okay. That's good. The technical term that we usually use is the low ticket item, right? That's your loss leader, and a high ticket item. And when, this is really very important, when you go to join a site, I don't care if it's an advertising site or one of these Bitcoin sites, whatever kind of site you're interested in selling, even if a health and fitness plan, whatever, make sure before you start to pay money into it that you know that it has a low entry point, free or very low entry, and then that people can upgrade to higher prices. Because think about it, if you, and I often give this example at Profit from Free Ads, one of our sites, most of you belong to it, Profit from Free Ads, the prices start at $17, which is affordable for most people, and that there's a range of prices going all the way up to $1,169, which is a one-time lifetime price. That you want to look, no matter what kind of thing you're selling, you want to look for that kind of area in the site that you're going to pay money for, because you're going to spend your money and your time promoting that site. You want to end up with money that really starts to give you either a nice supplementary income or eventually a full-time income online. If you're only selling a $10 item or a $17 item, unless you are extremely fortunate, you are not going to make a lot of money. You can make sales, and that's great, and you can learn your craft. But in order to really have a business online, you've got to start to graduate into higher priced ticket items. And even if they're all in the same site, even better if they're all in the same site. Okay, so that brings me to panic attacks and how to survive them. Phil and I wanted to accomplish three things with this site. One, we really wanted to help people who were really having a terrible time under the circumstances of COVID-19 and all the things that are going on today. And since our background is in professional counseling and I have an MA in psychology, we said, okay, we can write a simple book on this and a free report, and also at the same time give people a way to make money with it. Okay, so you probably know that you can join panic attacks and how to survive them. You can join it absolutely free. When you log in, what you'll find is there's a free report which has 5 chapters. So it's not just a little bit of nothing that you get when you join free. You get the first 5 chapters of this book, Panic Attacks and How to Survive Them, which I happen to think are very good chapters because the first 5 I wrote, Phil wrote almost all the others. But anyway, that you get that for free. So the person joining under you is getting some value even just for joining and becoming part of your list. Of course, the next thing you're doing, obviously, is building a list for yourself. And inside in the members area of Panic Attacks, you can mail that list every single day. You can mail them daily. So even if you do nothing else with this site, you can help people survive and try to get through this in an easier way by just giving this away and having people sign up. But as you know, there's also a way to make money with this, and not a little bit of money. So when you sign up to this site, what you're going to find is a one-time offer on your way in, and it will offer people 2 things. One, the ability to buy the whole book for $17. So if they like that idea, they'll spend $17. And if you're a buyer of the book yourself, you get a commission of $7 out of that $17 sale. The more important thing that they're going to see is the ability to pay $94, which gives them not only the whole book to sell, but it gives them a way to brand some other sites that are in the book. And that's where the big money comes in. And before I we're going to actually run the numbers in just a couple of minutes, but I want to log in here. Let me throw you guys over to the other side so I can get into a login. Okay. So we're going to log in because I want to show you exactly what a lot of people, and if you're one of them, don't feel embarrassed, do not know what branding means. Often you'll see that people are promoting a product that you can join free, but you can brand it with your own links. So what do we mean by that in terms of this site? Let's see if I can log in here. Okay. So when you upgrade, and I don't want you to upgrade in the members area today, but there's an upgrade button that lets you upgrade and do two things. One, you can buy the ebook for $27. Remember, you can buy it on the way in for $17, and you can brand the book for $124, which includes the $27. So we're going to give it to you today if you're not already a buyer brander for $94. So I don't want you to do anything in the members area today. But when you brand a book with your own links, with your own IDs in those links, what it means is that you can earn not just from panic attacks and selling that and selling the upgrades, you can earn from every single site where you can put your own ID in. So let's go down to brand the book so you can see what I mean. Okay, so the first thing you can brand when you become a buyer brander is your own affiliate link, which will appear, if you're a buyer brander, it will appear in both the report. So anyone reading the report is going to be under you and in your list, and you can contact them. And there are 4 other programs on your list: Profit from Free Ads, Front Page Mail, and SoCool. These all appear in the ebook at the end of it, because there is a chapter on the ebook of how you deal with money problems. And we go into these sites and why you might want to join them and start a business online with them. And you will notice, those of you who belong to these sites already, that they either have a very low entry fee or they're, oh, okay, sorry, the phone rang, we turned it off. They either have a very low entry fee, like panic attacks, of course, is free, and then an entry fee of $17 if somebody buys it on the way in. On your list costs $47 to join, and it's a very good deal at $47. The other 3 are all free to join, but here's what they all have in common. They all have an upgrade, and we're going to go into the numbers. On your list has an upgrade for $67 and a $97 upgrade. Profit from Free Ads, as I said before, goes from $17 to $1,169. Front Page Mail goes from $20 to what's the Front Page Mail one, Phil? I think it's $14.97 is the highest price. SoCool starts obviously free, but there's a $197 membership at $297, a $397, and a $14, and it goes up, $797 and a $14.97 membership. So what that allows you to do, first of all, if you are a buyer brander of the Panic Attack book, what it lets you do is you spend the $94, right? That's it. That's the full investment for doing this. Then if you're not already a member of these sites, you pay the $47 here because there is no free to join. You join these free and you upgrade at your own time, at your own leisure, and when you can. Now, I recommend that you at least upgrade to the first levels so that you get a little more when people upgrade underneath you. But you can, if you do this right, and you don't have to do it immediately, but if you do this right over time, you're looking at a $94 investment that can pay off to $2,027 from one person buying under your link. So now I'm going to put the follow along link up, because what I want to do now, and this you have to really look at to see, I want to run these numbers for you so you can actually see what I'm talking about. It's much better to see it than to try to run numbers by just talking about them. Okay, so you know there are 5 sites involved. You know that it's 94 if you buy it on the way in, and 124. The most you can invest at this particular site is $124. That's the absolute most. So here are your 5 sites that we're going to be working with. And let's assume that you've picked up either the $94 on the way in, or today, as one of our webinar bonuses, we're going to give you the $94 link so that you own both the book and the branding part. And now we're going to run the numbers so you actually understand how I can say that $94 can turn into 2027. So here we go. Somebody buys the book under you and they become a buyer brander. You're gonna earn $49.60 from that sale, 40%. If they upgrade and on your list with the video background, so the ones that I 47, 67, and 97, you're gonna make 50% commission here, and you're gonna earn $120.50. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. If someone upgrades to the highest level in profit from free ads, you earn $584.50. We're talking about one sale. Remember, one sale, that's a heck of a lot of money to earn. When someone upgrades to the highest level in front page mail, you earn $523.50. And wow, people are calling all over. We never get these many phone calls. Turn that off, thank you. That's the So Cool theme song. It's on my phone that you're hearing. And when someone upgrades under So Cool, that's your highest earning potential, $748.50. Now, you're going to say, okay, but I'm not at the highest level in all of these. That's true. So, but what I want you to think about is getting to the highest levels, because here's what you can do. You recommend the book to somebody, they join it free, let's say, and you can email them, they're under you, you can talk to them about the kind of money they can make, just the way I'm talking to you about it. So that you've already pocketed $49.60 from one sale. Oh, this is terrible. Take the phone out of here because it's really, okay, good. Sorry for the interruption, guys. So, and we went through the numbers. This is on your list. This is Free Ad Depot. That's front page mail. That's So Cool. The total, and we're talking about one person. If you can interest one person in doing what I'm telling you to do, which is to become a buyer brander and to upgrade in all of these sites to at least some level. If they don't go to the highest level, obviously you're not going to make the 2027. But this is a goal to strive for. And it should be your goal no matter what site that you join. And we try to do this in all of our sites. In other words, let's say you didn't even want to join the book and you don't want to do this for whatever reason. I hope you do, but if you don't, that's fine. But let's say you even join profit from free ads. Let's take profit from free ads. And let's say you join at the $17 and somebody upgrades under you. You're not going to earn much. I think you earn 10% at that level, but you're going to earn something back. And most people can afford the $17 fee. Then for another, I think it's $37. I don't have all the upgrades in front of me from profit from free ads. You go to level 2, and then you can earn on level 1 and level 2. What I want you to get out of this webinar, if nothing else, is that when you look to promote a site, try to run the numbers for yourself. What is your cost to enter? Because even if your cost is $1,000 to join a site, but your potential earning is $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 down the road, that's a good investment, as is $94 with the potential of earning $2,027 from one sale. If you're going to run a business online, you need to start thinking this way, because if you join, I see a lot of dollar sites, $10 sites, that's great. And if you have millions of people on your list, you may be able to make a lot of money. If you're not the world's best promoter, you're probably going to have a hard time if that's the only upgrades that are available, are small, $12, $17, $10, whatever. You need to think bigger. That's why I always send out an ad. Think bigger and reach higher, and you'll grow richer. And it's really true. But this is the formula right here, not just for this site. And it's a formula that Phil and I try to build in to all of our sites. Okay, so we showed you that you can apply this really to any site. We talked about profit from free ads goes from 17 to 116 to 1169 and everywhere in between. And of course, the higher you upgrade, the more money you make on every sale, no matter what you're promoting. So let's go over what we just did. The Panic Attack book, I love it because, is that thunder? Oh, I do. I'm going to digress for just a minute. For those of you who came early, I was talking about the nice quiet of Deer Park and how New York is so noisy where we live 6 months of the year and there's sirens going on. And today has been the noisiest day, I swear to God, I've ever had here, between motorcycles and the phone. Anyway, I digress. Let's go back. So we wrote this book to help people, let them join free. That's great. And I hope that you will, if you've joined, that you will read this ebook, because I wrote the forward to it, but I wrote it because I was, I was hearing about all these people dying. I am a 96-year-old mom who I worry about every day. I won't tell you all my stories, but you do get anxious. All of us get anxious about something. So this book is a way to help people get through that. Oh, wait, Phil wants to talk. Hang on.
Hi, everyone. How are you? One of the things that I wanted to talk about was that when we created this book, I mean, a lot of psychology books or books on panic attacks and anxiety and fear and all of those things, they're written by psychologists or they're written by counselors and everything, and they go into all this psychological mumbo jumbo. Right? And quite frankly, when I was growing up and I was learning to, professional counseling, a lot of it is very hard to understand at times until you actually, have it explained to you, and then you understand the principles behind it. We didn't want to do that to people. We didn't want to make them even more anxious. So what we did was we wrote this in a very easy to understand manner. Now, I'll just give you a little idea of what I'm talking about so that you know that what you're selling here is a very high quality product. Let me just give you a little example. There's one chapter that we've got in the first, one of the ones that Jane wrote, very simple little chapter called Pinpoint Your Panic. And we talk about here, the first thing you need to do is to figure out what situations trigger your panic attacks, and you can't deal with what you don't know. Right, and then we go into a little bit of the strategy, which is called the PPP approach, or pinpointing your panic, giving a name to the things that you're afraid of. And we give you some ideas about, you know, how to speak to each one of them out loud, because the spoken word is very, very powerful, and we go into, you know, how that actually works. And then we talk about some of the common triggers, you know, like I'm afraid I might get sick and die. I'm afraid I might die alone. I'm afraid I won't have enough money to take care of my family. I'm afraid of being lonely. I'm afraid someone I love may leave me, and so on. There's a bunch more. And then we talk about, you know, many things can cause us to be afraid, and if we don't face them, they become part of us. They can dominate us, and they can cause panic attacks. Now, one of the things that we do in the very next chapter, right, is we tell you how to rebrand those fears. Now, you know how to rebrand things on the web, right? You take a product and everything, you look at it, you rebrand it, and then, you know, you make it your own. We're doing the same thing here with the fears. You rebrand the fears, and I'm not going to tell you how to do that. I want you to, you know, get the free download first, so that you can understand. But you'll find out exactly how to rebrand them in the third chapter, right? And these are 5 chapters that Jane wrote, which are excellent. You really, really do want to read them.
It's so nice to have a partner who says your writing is excellent. It's just great. And the rest of the chapters that Phil wrote are also wonderful. So I do hope, no matter whether you buy anything today or not, that if you haven't downloaded, at least join the site free, so that you can at least read the first 5 chapters and then decide if this is something you would like to offer to other people, because I sure know everybody needs it right now. So I want to sum up the 5 sites that are in the ebook that we were talking about today. Each site offers a free or low entry point and gives, except for on your listing, gives you the option to upgrade to a higher level. Each site, and this is very important, helps you build the list. And I'm sure you all know that without a list online, you really can't make money. You need to grow a list of your own people that you can contact every day and tell them what you're doing, you know, what your successes have been, what your failures have been, and teach your own downlines how to do better and how to grow a business. Each site offers a low ticket item at an affordable price, plus the ability to maximize your commissions with high ticket upgrades as you learn how the site works and you learn how to market it. So one of the reasons we create sites like this with low entry and then high entry is because with newbies and people who are first coming online for the first time, they look at any site, I don't care what it is, any site that involves sales, and they throw their hands up and say, oh, how do I start? And of course, if you don't know how to start, you're not probably in a position that you want to spend $500-600 right away. But if you learn your craft, and the reason I love giving these webinars is because the people who show up like you did today are the ones that are going to succeed online. I am absolutely 100% sure of that, because when I started online, I did what you're doing today, and I still do it, and Phil does it all the time. Go to webinars, learn from other people, see what they're doing, and you'll be surprised. It can really not only teach you how to market and sell things, but what you want to do if you want to start your own business online. So I am so glad all of you are here today. Okay, so each site can take a small investment and turn it into a high return. And each site is located at the end of the panic attacks and how to survive them. This, by the way, is the first time that we put this particular configuration of sites in any product that we've been doing together in a way that you could brand them. Because we know these are some of our best sites that are in there. I love the sites that are listed in here, but they do exactly what any business needs. Low, come on in price, either free or low, and then gradually going up to much higher prices so that you can really pocket some dough. Now, there are two ways to promote this ebook. One is what I call the help promotion, meaning you really want to emphasize the help that people can get through these tough times that's in the book. And that's the first. I don't know if Phil made this so it pops up. Okay, so this is the main affiliate link, Tell Fear to Take a Hike, and it tells them what they're going to get, and they can join there. Now, the second affiliate link, and you get both of these affiliate links when you join, emphasizes more the money aspect. So if you're going after a target audience that you think is really interested in earning some dough, then instead of sending them to the first capture page, you send them to this one, which emphasize, now it says tell your fears and money worries to take a hike, download the free report. So it gets people in the door in the same way, but this emphasizes a little bit more of the money. And down here it tells them uncover a super simple way to make 2023 a sale. It's actually more, but I'd like it to be, as long as I didn't overstate it, understating it by $4 is okay. By giving away a free report that leads to an ebook with your affiliate link. So that's it. You have a choice of how you want to approach this site, emphasizing the help aspect of it or emphasizing the money aspect of it. Now, here's what I recommend. Phil created a special link where you can buy the buyer brander, and that's for the $94. If you haven't invested in being a buyer brander yet, I know some of you have, I would really do this, because first of all, you'll have one heck of a way to build a list. Almost everybody we've shown this book to loves it, and they sign up. So if nothing else, you will start to build a list, and you can email that list every day. Now, here's where, if you click on this part of it, you'll get you get to pay the $94 instead of in the members area where it's $124. I also want to show you what Phil added. I can't believe he did this. He's there. We call this a bump offer, where you can get a really good deal on something. So here you can get 1 million ad credits at PFFA, which it really has a value of $5,000. If you tried, almost $4,999 if you bought them, and you can get them for $97. And 1 million ad credits will get you a lot of ad views at profit from free ads. So overall, this is a fabulous deal. Now, if you're already a buyer brander, we also didn't forget you. We have a bonus for you guys, and that's $97 for 1 million ad credits at the regular price. Again, the same bonus, but you can get it for $97. So I know many of you already are buyer branders, so we didn't want to leave you out. And I also am going to get, don't think you're not going to get a free, absolutely free bonus in a couple of minutes when we finish. But so you can buy the buyer brander. I really would love you to do that, only because I want you to see you can do this with other sites all over the net. You need to know what branding is like. And a lot of times you have to pay a lot more money than $94 to have the ability to do this kind of a thing. So if you're not a buyer brander, get that. If you'd like some, if you're a member of Profit from Free Ads and you'd like just a whole lot of credits for not a whole lot of money, this one's for you. And then what you need to think about is how you can maximize your potential once you brand the book. So for $94, you can go in right away and brand the book. You don't have to upgrade in any of these sites, but you should join them all. And maybe you, since this one is a paid one, you can leave it out if you want to, but it's $47 on your list, and it's a great capture page system. But at least you'll have joined all of these sites, and at some point you can choose to upgrade in any one of them, whichever intrigues you, or all of them. And the best way to maximize your potential, of course, is to upgrade to the highest levels over time in each one of these, because I'll tell you right now that Profit from Free Ads and Front Page Mail are two of our highest paying sites. So cool also. But these two mailers at Front Page Mail and Profit from Free Ads alone are worth the price of entry for these sites, because the mailers at these sites are really great. You also get, we build you a list at So Cool. And if you're a founder at So Cool, we build you a targeted list. What do I mean by targeted list? If you're interested in healthcare, we'll build you a list of only healthcare people. If you're interested in home business, we'll build that. Travel, we'll build you a targeted list like that. If you're interested in health and fitness, we'll build you, because this site has over almost 130,000 members on it now. And so we have a lot of categories. We have bloggers, we have people in real estate, we have lawyers. I don't care what your interest is, we can build you a list of them at So Cool. And a targeted list is a really valuable list, and you can mail that list daily if you're a founder at So Cool. And if you're at a lower level, you also get to mail your list. You don't get as many people, but I'm trying to give you the flavor of, it's not just that we want you to put these IDs in this book. It's because you can maximize your potential. And if somebody comes along and signs up under you in the panic book, and they upgrade to So Cool to founder, and you're still a free member, you're going to kick yourself in the you know what, because you can earn a lot of money, even if they don't upgrade to founder, but you can earn 40% of 197 or 297 or 397 or 797. You have a lot of bites at the apple of earning a lot of money at each of these 4 sites. That's why we put them in here, so that we could give you an opportunity to do that. Now, you can do that if you just join one and want to promote that by itself. But at this time, people are really kind of, I don't know what the right word is, cottoning to or liking the idea of helping somebody get through this tough time. I mean, we're seeing it all over the United States. People are going out of their way to try to help people. And these people on the front lines who are actually treating people, they are amazing. But people really respect people who are trying to help other people get through a tough time. This is one way you can do it. And if you're already a big successful marketer, just spend the $94, brand this book, and see the reception you get when you send it out to other people. And it can even be friends or your kids, or that, you know, it's not just the usual crowd that is interested in this. Right, somebody in your family might need the book. That's true. Um, so anyway, I want to make sure that we answer all your questions because this is a lot to digest. Phil, I don't know if you've been getting questions in the chat room. Anyway, if any of you have any questions, I know it's Memorial Day weekend and it's a Saturday, and you probably want to get the heck out of here. But I want to make sure that you're clear on what this book is about and why branding is important and why even just upgrading in sites that give you a low, high entry fee and a high upgrade, and all the way in between can really put a lot of money in your pocket. And I know, I get letters from people all the time. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've been doing this for years and years and I haven't been able to make money. I'm spending a lot of money. Think about whether you're actually spending your money wisely, because you need to grab hold of something that interests you, that you love, that you're passionate about, and promote that. And the way you do that, even if you, let's say you're promoting something completely different, not advertising sites. Let's say you're promoting a health and fitness site, and let's say you have 10 people who sign up under you. I guarantee you they are going to turn to you for help in how to promote the site they just joined under you. If you don't have anything to tell them and say, well, I don't know, I mean, if you give them these sites, if you're members of these sites, tell them, look, you can promote on these sites, you can send solo ads, you can get traffic. We put them down here, related links. Cool Traffic is one of our fastest growing sites now, and it's free traffic that goes to work for people right away. And of course, it's got low fees and higher fees, and in upgrades. So I wanted to give you an overview using this very simple product, the ebook Panic Attacks, and show you that you can take almost anything you are promoting and make it far larger and have a far bigger reach than what you may have thought of right now, where you just kind of do things over and over again, without thinking of the numbers. It is so important for any site you join to run the numbers. What's my investment? How much do I have to spend to actually get to the highest level, or at least the level where I can pocket some real dough if somebody joins under me? Running the numbers, and it's not hard. As you can see, all I did was take the highest upgrades in each of these sites, including the ebook, and put the numbers down. Here's my potential, my absolute highest potential. Here's what I can earn from each site. And at best, which is very nice, I can earn from one sale $2,027. And don't forget the 5 cents. I don't know where the 5 cents came from, but apparently it came from somewhere. So we could drop the 5 cents, but you get the idea. And if you need to do this for your business, guys, it's very important, because otherwise I'm going to get a letter from you one day. I can almost write it for you. I've spent so much time on the net. I've never earned any money. I've thrown away so much money. No, stop doing that. That's not necessary. It's really not necessary. You can start small. Learn your craft, learn what you're doing, ask questions. One of the things Phil and I love, in fact, Phil, can you put my email address up, janemark4@gmail.com. I love it when I get not complaint letters from people. I don't have any tolerance for that, even though I always answer them. I always answer my support questions and emails. But we love teaching. Both Phil and I love teaching people to do what we know. We can't teach them, uh, rocket science, but we can teach them to market and to build lists. I mean, I'm known as the queen of lists around the net. So the things that we're good at, we're happy to teach you how to do it. And people write me back, they say, well, I don't know how to do this. Can you help? After probing with a little few questions, I can often answer people with a very long email or a medium length email with a lot of information. I love doing it because there is no fun in just making money if you don't share what you know with other people. So I want you to keep that in mind, because when you have people who sign up under you, it is your obligation to tell them about the site, get to know the site you joined really well. And if they ask you a question, you need to help them through the beginning stages of whatever site it is that they've joined under you, because they're going to look to you, and that's a good thing. You want people to look to you for information, because then they begin to trust you and to like you and to pay attention. So this whole webinar really is an exercise in how do you begin a business online, and when you begin it, how do you go about thinking about it in a way that you won't, instead of writing a letter, I've never made any money online, the letter would start, I've looked at XYZ sites. I like some of them because, can you give me your opinion on how I best get started? If you write that to anyone, not only Phil and I, but many people online who've been there for 20 years and kind of, we hope, know what we're doing. If you write that to us, I guarantee you will get an answer. And a lot of people have written back and thanked me for taking the time, because it is time. But if I can help one person learn how to market better or earn more money online, I love it, and I love doing it. So I never want any of you to feel that you're intruding on anyone that you've signed up to with, or that you paid money to for a service or whatever it is. Ask your questions, but don't do it in a complaining way. Do it where you're really, if you say nice things, it's the old thing, sugar is better than vinegar. If you ask a question in a reasonable, nice way, most people, 90% of the people I know on the net, will be happy to answer it for you. Okay, so if there are no more questions, Phil, you're going to have to wait just because I want to make sure. Oh, this is another delivery just came. Because, I'll just digress for a minute. Then I'm going to let you guys go and have a good weekend. When we moved here to Deer Park, when we spent there used to be something called Peapod, which was you could buy food online, groceries, and they deliver whenever you want it. So they went out of business. They're in New York now because there's a lot more business there, but they went out of business in Deer Park, Illinois, totally. And so now Phil and I had to either run to the grocery store all the time or figure out how the heck to get food online and without Peapod or Fresh Direct in New York or whatever. And we found Instacart. Oh my God. I don't even want to tell you what a trip it's been to try to figure out Instacart. They have all these stores. You got to figure out which store really has good this and the other has good that. And then they come and they're missing half the order because they don't have it. And now that's because of the virus thing going on. But it's been an experience, I tell you, because if you planned on having hamburgers on the grill one day and you order it and then you say, sorry, no hamburger meat, you're kind of stuck with figuring out something real fast. Anyway, yeah, we call them potluck dinners because we never know what's coming. It could be a bunch of parsley and that's it. And so I always figure out something to make with parsley. It's not that hard. Anyway, I want to thank you all again. I'm going to end the webinar. Unless people have questions, we'll stay as long as you want us to. But otherwise, we're going to end the webinar. And I want to wish you all a very good Memorial Day weekend, and see if you can help somebody, just one person this weekend, because it'll make you feel good. Okay, we'll see ya. I don't know where this is to close it, please. So I'm not sure I closed it the right way. Have a good weekend, everyone. If you can still hear me, because me and my technical things are not really, end webinar for a while. Okay, got it.